A very special thank you and shout out to Battle Talent for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know, I've actually partnered with Battle Talent to bring you multiple videos a month to tell you about how awesome the game is and more importantly, how far it has come. If you don't know, Battle Talent is in full release, so no longer are you stuck with just the simple version of the game that you would get through App Lab. It's fully available on Quest and also fully available on the PC. The first thing I want to cover today is the September update release. Right now, this month, the development team has put a lot of effort into upgrading the actual game engine, which does solve a lot of the problems that most of the players have been facing, such as performance lag and, more importantly, the knuckle index controller support. For me, that's huge. I can finally punch a goblin in the face. Currently, right now, this update is only available through the beta test branch, which is super easy to get to. If you're on Steam, just right click on the game, go into the beta section and go into the test section. And if you're on Quest, you go into phone app, storage page, version, channel, test, and there you will see an option to go through the different channels and select the test version. Now, one of the other enormous things that have come to this game is a brand new spell. I call it the Earthbending spell, but they call it just the Earth spell. It's fine. But the player can now summon a stone that can be stepped on, allowing for a new flexible attack. And after enhancing, you can also create terrain, spike stone walls, and it has so many usage. My favorite is summoning it and blowing it up and detonating it like a claymore mine. And don't forget that you can mix these spells together, right? Cast a black hole, then summon some earth, and well, have at it. You can even trap enemies between two spiky walls or 3 or 4, whatever you want. There's just so much endless fun to do with these spells. Now, let's talk about how the NPCs are going to start to behave. The player will now turn around when they get melee hits. So that means they know where the attack is coming from. And more importantly, the player will now be stunned by strong attacks. So if you have a red-eyed goblin swinging at you, oh boy, get ready to at least block or dodge. And I guess those big, tall skeletons may still stand a chance, but don't worry, just grab their arm and tear it off. It is still the best way to fight skeletons. There are some special callouts about this upcoming launch and the test branches. So due to the engine upgrades, some mods will actually have a problem on the PC. So it's up to the mod authors to go update that one with the latest toolkit and package the mods again and upload them. That's all you have to do is just repackage the mods. There are also some more NPC behavior where blocking is harder to break for them. The time scale of slow-mo changed from 33% to 40%. And more importantly, the idle time became less. So sometimes you're just kind of standing there and the enemy's like, should I hit you? I'm confused. So they do less of that. And then let's talk about the avatars. Don't forget, you could actually port in whatever avatar you kind of want. So physical wiggle effect supported for avatars clothes and the different finger numbers supported for avatar mod. So I wonder what that could possibly mean. I feel like maybe you could have 10 fingers on one hand or 2 claws on the other and they'll still behave like you have a regular human 5 fingers, but we'll see. Now let's talk about the Discord post that Mr. Johnny posted in the Battle Talent Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, go ahead and go into the description of this video and join the Battle Talent Discord. But let's take a look at what was shared. This is essentially Battle Talent's kind of like roadmap talking about your styles, your rules, and future development plans. They're letting us know that since its release, Battle Talent has been updating new content and optimizing the game every single month, which has also led to notice some other issues. So after collecting a lot of feedback from the players, they will be revamping some parts of the game to make it a better experience for the different type of players. They want to share with us some concepts and the new idea for revamping the program, and we are welcome to leave our feedback and suggestions. So here's basically what they are facing. I guess they're kind of looking at the criticism of the game, and they're saying that players want to experience the game in very different styles, which for me, I know that's true. As a content creator, I had to go in there and unlock all the things so that I can show you. But it would have been great in the sandbox mode if things were just available. So for example, a sandbox player who wants to experience the game as soon as they start won't be interested in the main quest or storyline. and they don't want to spend a lot of time and energy upgrading and unlocking everything. But then there's also the other players that want the story mode, and they want more of the story mode. They want to experience the game for its plot and hopefully immerse themselves in the experience. So they've got a lot of questions from the community about whether or not they're going to continue to add chapters to the plot and so on and so forth. Some people might want to do things like speed running or just pure combat, and other players like the challenge of the game with the side levels and boss fights and the different arenas. They're just letting us know that they have heard the feedback from the variety of players that play the game. So that's why they're talking about this creative mode. It's for players who are keen on a sandbox mode. They will set up a separate start option where you can directly choose to go to the sandbox mode after entering the game. So that will make sure all content like weapons, levels, spells will be unlocked, and in the sandbox mode will be fully functioning, and the cheat menu will also be unlocked, which I know for me is absolutely perfect. And for the players who enjoy this story mode and want to unlock things and progress naturally, they will continue to polish the plot and fix some game level problems. So this will allow you to advance the game more smoothly without getting stuck in a certain section and so on and so forth, and have the best experience possible. So let's talk about mods. The game right now has more than 1,000 plus mods so far. So a very special thank you and shout out to the modders who have been adding interesting and fun mods to the game. So for modders, they came up with a better way to provide some convenience. They will be able to enter the test environment faster to develop the mod. So let's talk about the roguelite element of this. They say that many players may not have strong feelings about the roguelite aspect of the game. So they also made some ideas for this, hoping to bring players the best experience possible. So things that come to mind is procedurally generated dungeons, unconstrained play styles, explore the map, find treasure, hack and slash your way through challenging enemies, and what have you. So they say that their current dungeons may make players feel the experience is too repetitive and tiring. So they hope to bring players a concept that always keeps them on their toes whilst inside the dungeon. So for every battle in the dungeon, they want the rooms to be more dangerous, require more player caution, and of course, there's not enough to support that roguelike concept right now. So they will improve the entire dungeon system, not only the additional weapons and items, but there will be a lot of content and changes in the main quest and branches to give the players a deeper experience of roguelite. So they let you know that the dungeon will now be an independent mode with its own economic system. And by adding an independent economy system, we will also need a place to spend our money, right? So they're going to be envisioning things like merchants. There will be a merchant NPC selling different items in the dungeon. That is so cool. You'll be able to buy weapons and spells and even some other items for like a one-time health boost from the merchants. And the concept art for these guys are pretty interesting. They're reminiscent of like Jawas, like mixed with something. So definitely Star Wars-esque, but it still looks like it belongs. So they also envision a trading system. So in addition to buying things, they also envision another way to sell items or like a recycle station, which looks awesome. This concept art looks beyond cool. And it says, please don't try to put goblins in it. I mean, I'm going to want to try that. And they also envision something like a lucky dispenser in the dungeon. It gives players a way to spend more money and they can get random items, which is pretty cool. It adds an RNG effect to that. So in closing, they say, we hope that through the above solutions, we can enrich the player's experience and enhance the roguelite system. In the future, the dungeons will have a new entrance and the players who don't like it don't have to worry about it, and they will be able to skip this part of the main quest. We will try to make Battle Talent suit every type of player. While filling the game with more content, it also gives players a high degree of freedom and more choice. We will start to test the concept in the next development process, so kindly pay attention to the monthly update announcement on the official social media platforms for the final change. You're also welcome to leave us a suggestion and any other ideas in the Discord Battle Talent, which I personally think is awesome that they are so open to player feedback that helps shape their game. It's really great to see how far Battle Talent has come, and the road it's going to walk on is going to be absolutely awesome. Maybe it's going to be a mod, or maybe they do it just a cooperative mode. It doesn't have to be PvP, but I just want me and maybe one other friend. We could go through the dungeon, one person to hold a goblin, and I could just beat the crap out of it. That would be so awesome for me. But hey, that's all I had for you guys today. I just wanted to talk about Battle Talent and tell you all the new features. If you haven't gotten this game, you can do one of two things. Right now, there is a free demo you can download, which basically almost experiences everything that you can find in this game. But I encourage you to purchase the base game. It's really not expensive. It's about $20, and it is so awesome. endless replay value, there's mods, and you can already see the road ahead. But other than that, thank you so much for stopping by. I once again want to thank Battle Talent for continuing to sponsor this channel. But other than that, I am Drifter from Downloadable Content, and I will see you next time.